Long day. Long day. Last meal. Transformation Kitchen LLC. Shout out John. Gotta shoot the YouTube video. Long ass day. Slept amazing. Wanted to stay asleep. Got up early. Did what I had to do. Went to work. Came back. Made reels. Did it all. Minimal posting on the story today. I was very tired. I posted words, but I didn't speak today. But I got the reels up. But I really wanted to make sure I shot this video because I was literally getting tired. And then I was like, oh, I still got to shoot my YouTube video. And this video is going to be about the number one mistake we usually make after we get through a hard time. And I noticed this when I was in rehab. So if you've ever been to rehab or know anyone who's been to rehab or have drug addicts in your family or are a drug addict yourself, you know, you go to rehab, they make you go to a whole bunch of meetings. NA, AA, CA, BA, GA, all the A's you go to when you're in rehab, right? And I'd be in these meetings and I'd hear people talking about how bad they used to be on drugs, how life used to be horrible, and all the things they did to get out of that and get where they are, clean, sober, jobs, wives, life back on track, right? And they would be talking about how happy they are, how much love they have for themselves and for the world around them, and how happy they are with themselves, how they're even happy with the ugly parts of them, and how they're just becoming and creating the best versions of themselves. But I would look around the room in all these meetings and majority of the people would be out of shape. Granted, most of you guys, most of them did just go through the hardest time of their life getting clean. But I feel like that's the trick, right? Getting clean is mandatory, right? But being sober and being in shape is like baseline. That is like ground zero. That's what you should do just to be functioning in the most optimal fashion while you roam around Earth. You need to be sober and be in shape. So like, that's not the end of the mission. That wasn't the end of the mission. And this is for anyone who's gone through some shit. This doesn't just mean drugs. Like if you've went through anything hard or you're currently in the middle of it, going through it, and you know you're gonna get through it and you can see the end coming near, don't stop there, bro. Like whatever you're going through right now, whatever hard thing you're dealing with, that is not the entirety of your life, right? The pain may be so big and so heavy, and the situation is the only thing you can see and it's the only thing you can focus on, but that's because you're in it right now. You know what I mean? But once you get through this situation, now you're able to go attack everything else. Like this isn't the entirety of life. Like when I was in rehab, like my entire DNA in life wasn't about getting off drugs. Even though getting off drugs was very important, it was the biggest problem I was dealing with at the time. I knew that wasn't gonna be the end. Like, granted, most of these people were older than me, but their age doesn't matter. It's all in your head. You know, just because they got clean in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, doesn't mean they still couldn't have done more things in life, gotten shaved, you know, attacked whatever they wanted, right? Now that they're clean, you got opportunities to do anything. So the point I'm trying to make is don't let this problem, don't let this hurdle that we're going through, that we're about to get over, don't let that be the highlight of the movie. Let that be a scene. You feel me? Don't let it be the climax of the movie. Like, oh, he got dumped and then he got over it and then the movie's over. Like, what did you do after you got over being dumped, right? Not only what did you do after, who did you become? What did you do after you got out of debt, right? Not only did you just get out of debt, but I'm sure we're not getting out of debt just to be fucking living paycheck to paycheck again, right? Like, what did you do after you got over the grief of the loss of your loved one, right? Because I'm sure the movie doesn't end with like, oh, they died, I was sad, and then I wasn't, movie over. No, bro, it's just a scene. What you're going through right now is just a scene. The pain, the problem is just a scene in a long-ass movie, bro. And that's how you need to attack these missions, these goals, these dreams, because it hurt my heart to see that when I was in these meetings. And I've been in recovery for 10 years now, and I still go to the same meetings, and the same people are still out of shape, and they're still like trying to get it under control, bro. I know people who've been trying to get their weight under control for 10 years, and that doesn't make any sense. It's not that complicated. It's not that serious. It's that serious, but it's not that complicated. You know what I mean? It's only complicated and takes that long when you don't make, you know, your fitness the main priority, right? I'm talking to my mom earlier today, right? She has arthritis, and she is, what's up, baby? She has arthritis, and she also is trying to lose weight, and she was on the road to losing weight, but the arthritis got very bad. So I told her, and right now she's not working, so I told her, Mom, you need to make losing weight your priority, and then build your life around it, right? Because she has so much free time. Like, she needs to make losing the weight the priority, and then if she has more energy and her knee is feeling better, then she can go work in the yard, work in the, you know, do the extra stuff, run around, run the errands. But don't run the errands, work in the yard, and then count that as you did something towards your weight loss goal, because it don't count. It don't work that way. That's not enough movement. You know, the arthritis isn't enough. It's a valid reason. Like, it's very valid. She does have arthritis, but her body isn't gonna lose weight just because she has arthritis, and her body, you know what I mean? The body doesn't work that way. She still has to work and move even though she has arthritis. So she has to, you know, make losing the weight her main priority. The arthritis, the main priority, right? There's not much we can do about arthritis, but losing the weight, the main priority. Keep the fact that she does have pain in her knee, you know, prevalent as well in the forefront of her mind, and then, you know, create her life outside of, you know, the workouts, right? If there's time, if the knee feels better, then I can go run around. If the knee feels better, then I can go work in the yard. But we're not gonna go run around, work in the yard, and then not work out, and then be upset that we're not losing the weight. That's out. You feel me? And that's essentially what the same thing they were doing in recovery, right? They got off the drugs, but they treated that like the climax, and that was supposed to be just a scene. They got off the drugs, and then life stopped, right? Life didn't stop, essentially, right? They got off the drugs, they got back their jobs, new jobs, they met people, they fell in love, they got cars, houses, and things like that, but they don't love the way they look in the mirror. What kind of life is it to have everything? The woman, the car, the house, the job, the family, the kids, everything you want except to look and feel the way you would like to feel or look. Why would you want to have everything else and then hate the way you look in the mirror? It doesn't make any sense to me. Everything feels better and is more fulfilling when you are in shape. Your house, your job, your car, your family, all the things you put in front of it that you say are more important and that you're focused on, all of that would be better, and you would be a better person in those spaces if you were in shape. Bottom line, there's no doubt about it. There's no argument. You can argue, but it's like, it wouldn't be like an argument because I wouldn't respond. So you just be kind of talking to yourself. So don't make the problem the climax. There's more to the story, bro. There's more to you. You are not just this problem you're going through. You are not just this situation that's causing you all the pain. It's a scene in the movie. And once we get through it, we got to get to the next scene. Because the movie's not over, brother. Keep going.